What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. It is finally the sun has come out. It's a beautiful day. I don't know if any of you guys that live in the GTA, but for the past 3 weeks it has been raining non-stop, and this has honestly slowed me down so much. The work that I do and all the other videos I do in my garage, and having the rain coming down and sometimes even random snow days where it would be 16, 17 degrees one day, and then you wake up in the morning and there's like a couple inches of snow. It's crazy. So today finally the sun is out. It's about 20 degrees, and I think it's time that we take care of some of the maintenance on my car. We have a 2008 BMW 335. It's powered by the N54 platform, and it's mated to a six-speed manual gearbox. One of the maintenance items in particular today that I want to take care of is something called walnut blasting. So what walnut blasting is tiny little walnut shells that you put into a machine, and it fires the walnuts out at a very high rate of speed, and it's supposed to take off the oil and carbon that builds up inside of the intake ports on the cylinder head. So towards the middle of the video, you guys will see what the difference is between one that's good and one that's obviously bad, and why the service is essential. So there are a couple different ways that you can do this. You can do it the way that I'm doing it, which is the walnut blasting, or you can go to like a local parts store, buy some like intake cleaner and a couple brushes and a couple rags, and you can clean them up that way. It really doesn't matter which way you do it, as long as you can get the job done. So I would also like to try it that way. I've never done it that way before, but maybe in the future, if I had another car to test this on, maybe I can try walnut blasting on this one and the intake solution on another one, and see which one is better for DIYs. Like anyone who is watching this video, maybe they want to try this themselves, because anybody that has a direct injected vehicle, this service is essential for them. So we're just going to get straight to work, guys. We're going to dive into this video, start peeling off all the covers on top of the engine, rip off the intake manifold, and get straight to work. And at the end of the video, we have a little surprise for this car, and I'm really excited for this thing. It's something that's very, very needed for me in particular, and I'll show you guys at the end what that is. They're not looking so good. Pretty carboned up throughout all the cylinders. They are relatively similar. This one's actually not too bad. No, it's not too bad either. But I'd say by far the worst one is this one. Alright guys, check this out. Look how clean this one is. Oh my goodness. And then compared to the next one, this service is essential when you have a direct injected vehicle. I just wanted to show you guys the before and after. We've done one, and you can see how different the how much carbon is actually built up and how much volume of air that your engine's really deprived of if you don't do this service and you leave it for too long. So we're just gonna quickly bang out the rest of these cylinders, and then after that we'll put the intake manifold on and the air filters on, and then go for a quick road test. Gonna go on a quick road test and see if we feel any difference. One of the things that I noticed before I did the carbon cleaning was whenever if you ever wanted to pass somebody, say like on the highway, you try to downshift and pass somebody, the car would accelerate pretty well, the turbo would still kick in, there would be no engine lights on the dash. But one thing that I did notice is the car kind of had this like almost like hesitation that it would give you without any warning. and I just thought that it didn't make any sense. The spark plugs have been replaced. There's no misfires, and the only thing that I can think of is that there was an excessive amount of carbon that was building up inside the cylinder head, causing maybe a different amount of air going into one cylinder versus another cylinder, and it would give you this kind of like a clone of a misfire. And I just didn't really know which way to turn, so I mean, I kind of just took a shot at the dark, and I was spinning the wheel of diagnosis. I just wanted to try and see if this thing would fix it. And I have to say that after the carbon cleaning, the car runs, it's like night and day. Like I always thought that the car ran really well before, but after doing this carbon cleaning, like if I tried to pass somebody and accelerate, like it was so smooth. The delivery of power from the engine is without any more hesitation, which is exactly what we're going for. So if you do have a car that has a lot of miles on it, then I would highly recommend this service, because I think it's essential. And for the amount of work, it is a lot of work. And the Walnut Blast, as you guys saw, it's pretty messy. All the walnut shells can get pretty out of hand, but it's fairly easy to clean. It doesn't really hurt. It doesn't hurt the environment at all. You just wash off the engine bay like we did. We just did a quick engine detail, and after putting on those intakes, the original ones that I had on the car were from Burger Motorsports, but the AFE intake system that we picked up works really well with the way that BMW designed the air to be delivered to the dual cone intakes inside under the hood. So it takes air from the outside and funnels it through that little plastic cover, and then AFE comes with this little heat shield that protects the engine bay heat from getting to the air filters, and keeps as much heat out away from the air filters, so you can get the most cold air as you can into the turbos for them to do their job. I think that the best way that you can get maximum performance is obviously getting the coldest air that you can, and I think that this intake system works very, very well. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the video off here. We took care of the walnut blasting, and the car drives really, really well after that. I really want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please stay tuned for more N54 content. I do have a lot of plans for this car. I really want to turn it into something that I enjoy driving. There's a lot, these cars have so much potential. Guys are tuning these cars to 7, 8, 9, over 1,000 horsepower. I don't know if I'm ever going to go that far, but I do have a lot of plans for this car. Please stay tuned. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button, maybe subscribe if you're into it and you want to see this thing transform into something great. Yep, I think I'm just going to end it there. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy.